We are in the MAXXI Museum in Rome, and we will spend the day trying to get the soul of the architectural project. We will see a lot of curved lines and not straight lines. Our images will deal with the concept of disorientation, trying to get the meaning of the space that the architect creates to guess art. Here there is this great part of the building. If we see from outside, we can see part of the neighborhood reflect in the mirror. That is interesting, and also there is no one line that is straight, just the last part on the basement, the columns. So probably I will try to have a perspective with the buildings behind. Now we have the lines straight because we are perpendicular to the floor, right? But the part that we interest us is the upper part. If I go like this, of course everything will be distorted. So I re-put my camera at 0, and now I rise up the lens, only the lens. And my picture will include the upper part, not in this frame, but in the viewfinder. The buildings of the neighborhoods that are straight, and you see all the curves and lines that are part of the architecture. Here it's very interesting, it's the lobby of the museum. And here it's very strong, the concept that the architect wants to create, and remarks the idea to enter in a space that was previously very square and very straight. As a photographer, I'm trying to underline how revolutionary was the concept of the architect. This tripod have this special additional function that the central column become also a good tool to make the perpendicular picture. So you can flip up the camera, because with the head it's not possible, right? We are in the exhibition, one of the exhibition room, and for the exhibition somebody built up this element in the center of the hall that is straight, is not curved, is something very regular that give us the occasion to create the contrast between the vertical lines and the curved ones imagined and designed by the architect. And this element give us a sort of effect of order in the space. I'm looking for the relation between the space and the performed art. In this case, my intention is giving the detail of the room. The wall is inclined and everything is unbalanced. I use the perspective that is a classical perspective, but there is a line that is not straight. So the architect was designing the place as a different place, different and strange environment that is an invitation for everybody to understand that we are in a special room. As a museum with this architecture, there is a double meaning. The meaning that the piece of art carry on for us, and the museum itself, that is an invite to be open and to be flexible, open mind, and understand the things in a different way. Now, instead to have the normal shutter on, you set up the self-timing. So the self-timer is set up a few seconds after I push the button, and the shutter will be open, in this case, is 3 seconds. So let me focus again, check the framing, yes. Everything is in focus and the picture is good. It's a metaphor that we have to perceive and we have to transmit in the photos. I changed the setup of the camera. I'm trying to put humans inside the frame so we can try to have a comparison, the dimension, so scale the architecture, because we know immediately which is the size of the human beings, so we can compare it. I'm looking for another perspective where I can cross straight lines and curved lines to remark this freedom that we have to apply to the space, reading the space. Here is another perspective that I choose to do just to remark how irregular, unbalanced are the lines that she used to create order in disorder. So she creates a sort of effect of roller coaster in the big lobby of the museum. So I'm looking for this perspective in order to create a picture where every detail is important. Finally, done. I would like to spend at least another day here, but it's impossible. We got the authorization to be here one shooting day. We use 4 different lenses, 2 different wide-angle PC, decentrable, and 2 zooms. Almost all the frames were made with the intention to portray only the architecture. But I changed completely, radically the setup of the camera to have also human beings inside, so human beings can give the proportions, the real dimension of this amazing ceiling and the 3 floors visible from different point of view. I'm living with the feeling that it's not really finished my job, but probably we have also some good frame, good image.